Get ready, folks, as yet another supposedly big universe will hit the big screens. Matt Reeves' so-called Batverse and the already confirmed sequel of The Batman and the Penguin spin-off series already in development. They were enough of a reason for me to take a first look into things and tell you all about it. And with that in mind, let's dive right in. Not less than a year ago, The Batman was released in cinemas, which, by the looks of things, also brought a new era for The Dark Knight. The movie follows Bruce Wayne, portrayed by Robert Pattinson, as he investigates different crime scenes, all somehow connected to him and his family. The one setting up the clues for the Caped Crusader is the Riddler. With the help of Lieutenant Jim Gordon and Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman, Batman tries to solve the clues and stop Paul Dano's, who is, let's say, the main villain of the movie, despite there being the different mafia crime families and the Penguin, or even the Joker, who has yet to make his debut in this Batverse created by Matt Reeves. And while Batman is set up alone right now, according to the aforementioned director of the movie, he said that he is ready to usher in another universe, with a lot more characters joining the Batverse in the near future. This was then followed by some announcements that a mixture of movies and series getting released on HBO Max, with it mainly being due to the fact of the already confirmed The Penguin spin-off series that will also take place in Reeves' so-called Batverse. The main thing I think you all are here for is to know whether the supposed sequel is happening. Well, of course, yes. Matt Reeves confirmed shortly after The Batman was released, and not just a sequel, but 2 more installments following after it. So yeah, there are some quite big ideas planned for Robert's Batman. And if they are as good as the first movie, I have no doubt that we could be seeing a full-fledged universe in a couple of years. Outside of the Penguin series, another 3 spin-off series of the first movie has already been put in development. A series about the Gotham Police Department, with Jim Gordon possibly set as the main character in the series. A series that would give us a deeper understanding of Arkham Asylum. And last but not least, a Catwoman series, with Zoe Kravitz possibly taking the center stage. As for the release side of things regarding the Batman sequel movie, well, it will be a tough thing to determine, because the first movie suffered a lot of delays because of the pandemic, and the firstly announced release date, summer of 2021, got delayed by around a year. So there is no clear way of knowing when the sequel will drop, but it should not take longer than the first movie with all the resources that the filming process has at their full disposal. Despite everything that I've said just now, you should know that it could take around 4 to 5 years before the sequel releases, with the earliest release date I could give you being the summer of 2024 or the fall, but definitely not before that. Before I move forward with the video and which cast members and characters will be returning, I want you to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, I want you to take a short journey with me as I tell you all about how the first movie, even before it finished, set up the upcoming sequel. The movie ended with a penultimate scene where the Riddler is put in Arkham Asylum, in a cell not so far away from Joker, with them becoming some type of friends over the course of a conversation about their ways of seeing the world, which might probably signal an alliance to be formed between the two in the upcoming sequel. The Riddler's clues definitely point to the arrival of the Court of Owls, a criminal group formed in Gotham City by some of the wealthiest citizens. The Caped Crusader suggests that Gotham City will rebuild, with the corruption of the city being at an all-time high. The Joker will be played by Barry Keoghan, who appeared as the character in a deleted post-credit scene that was released shortly after the movie hit the big screen. A scene that was at one point considered as the one to be used, but it was scrapped shortly after. In the scene, there is a 5-minute interaction between the Joker and Batman. However, the main thing about this scene is Keoghan's portrayal of the character, which suggests a completely different version of the character from anything that we've seen so far, with his take on the role seeing Joker sporting a largely disfigured face, along with the signature laugh that comes with it. From what we have seen so far, it looks like we should be getting ready to see the Joker in the sequel, with Farrell's The Penguin, who was Falcone's right-hand man, and he could become a major villain in the Batman 2. He certainly has the connections to do so.
We think they deserved it.
A tricky thing that will probably become clear when his spin-off series drops, with it very well leading towards the character's story in the upcoming sequel. Whereas, Arkham Asylum will prep viewers for an all-new Joker version, and there is simply no doubt that Joker will be part of the sequel, seeing how he was teased at the end of the first movie. Well, let's say Joker will be there to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, in reality, he will be there to bring his vision about Gotham City, and the sequel would not be the stopping point. There is a high chance that the Joker will be part of several movies from this point on, playing a more active role as the franchise progresses. Bruce Wayne's visit to Joker also hints at the arrival of Joker, one of the closest connections that Batman has to any other supervillain out there.
You think his motive is political?
Oh, no. This is very, very personal.
As for the previously mentioned Court of Owls group, well, there is no clear indication that it will be the main villain of the sequel. However, their presence will surely be felt in the upcoming movie, a very big plot thread that will likely get explored due to their arrival already hinted at in the first movie. The group could be a forefront of gritty redemption, composed of some of the most corrupt elites of Gotham City. And let me tell you this, Gotham will only get worse after the actions of the Riddler, and among all of the chaos, there could be the Court of Owls somehow meddling with things from the shadows. One thing that is really interesting is Robert Pattinson's take on the whole matter, who said that he could be up for a theory about the Court of Owls. He is all up for it, and seeing how he even speaks about the idea, then there must be something being put in development regarding the group, maybe a debut of the sequel. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. As for the cast side of things, anything can happen in 2 or 3 years' time, but the main cast will probably return when the sequel drops, including the likes of Robert Pattinson as the Caped Crusader, of course. Then Zoe Kravitz Catwoman. There is still some unfinished business between the two. And last but not least, Bruce Wayne's right hand, Andy Serkis, Alfred, the most trusted advisor in his life. Paul Dano could also return if the sequel intends to take that route and let him escape Arkham Asylum in the sequel. Whatever the case may be, you should be in for a treat when we see where the franchise will go in the near future, with so many projects already put in development. See you in the next video.